tribute to Edson Arantes do Nascimento.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be his than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than how.
The show will take different twists today, and we'll pay tribute to one man who has passed to the great beyond in the person of Pele. Brazilians great, some will put it, and also the world greatest, if we also put it that way. He's the one who initiated what we call the beautiful game. The Brazilian football icon Pele, widely regarded as the greatest player of all time, a 3-time World Cup winner, who masterminded, like what I said earlier, the beautiful game, has died at the age of 82. Truly, he is gone.
Be true to his holy name than to be the king of a band.
Now, Pele is popularly known as Pele, and he was born with the name Edson Arantes do Nascimento, born on the 23rd of October in Tres Corocao, that's in Brazil, 1940.
Anything this world affords.
Now, he started his career at the age of 15 in 1956. Now, the Britos took Pele to Santos, an industrial and a port city located near Sao Paulo, to try out for professional football with Santos FC.
Where do I go from here?
Now, Pele impressed the Santos coach Lula during his trial at the Estadio Villa Belmiro. And he signed a contract with the club in June 1956.
Peace of God alone.
Now, Pele was highly promoted in the local media as a future superstar. He made his senior team debut on September 7th, 1956.
The darkness
at the age of 15.
Gloomy day.
Now, he played for Santos, and he played against the Corinthian de Santos Andre.
Fighting faith and peace.
The season of 1957, Pele was given a starting place in the first team at the age of 16. Became the top scorer in the league. 10 months after signing professionally, the teenager called upon to the Brazilian national team. And after the 1958 and 1962 World Cup, wealthy European clubs such as Real Madrid, such as Juventus, such as Manchester United tried to sign him, but it was all in vain.
Lord, and help me on my way.
In 1958, Inter Milan, even the manager gets to him, and regular contractor, but Angelo Moratti was forced to tear the contract up at the request of Santos chairman, following a revolt by Santos Brazilian fans. They don't want him to leave Santos. They don't want him to go to Real Madrid. They don't want him to go to Juventus. They don't want him to even go to Manchester United. They tore the contract and said that Pele will remain with Santos.
Fly away to a home on God's celestial.
Even Valencia FC in Spain also arranged an agreement which would have brought Pele to the club after the 1958 World Cup. However, after his performance at the tournament, Santos declined to let the player leave. In 1969, the government of Brazil under President Janio Quadros declared Pele as an official national asset to prevent him from being transferred out of the country.
Of this life have flown,
Pele.
fly away when I die.
Okay, Pele won his first major title with Santos in 1958 as the team won the Campeonato Paulista. He would finish in the tournament as the top scorer with 58 goals, a record that still stands even as I speak to you now. A year later, he would help the team earn the first victory in the Torneo Rio Sao Paulo. Yes, talking about a tournament with a 3-0 win over Vasco da Gama.
Fly away.
However, Santos was unable to retain the Paulistic title. In 1960, Pele scored 33 goals to help his team regain the Campeonato Paulista trophy, but lost out on the Rio Sao Paulo tournament and finished in. There are things you need to know about late Brazilian star Edson Arantes do Nascimento, Pele.
Oh yes, we thank
Pele married twice. The first wife was Rosemary dos Reis Cholbi. She died in 1982, and Pele remarried in 1994 to Asira Lemos Sixers. That's talking about his second wife, married in 1994.
pure and free.
He has 3 sons and 3 daughters.
Every flower.
Now, like I said earlier, Pele played for Santos from 1956 to 1974. He then moved to New York in 1977, and he moved to Cosmos in New York.
Were cattle.
Pele won the International Cup in 1962 and 1963. He won the Copa Libertadores in 1962 and 1963. He was Sao Paulo's state champion with Santos in 1956, 1958, 1960, 1961, 1962, 1964, 1965, 1967, 1968, 1969, alongside 1973.
Faraway strand is a
Still talking about Pele, the greatest of all time. He is the top scorer for Sao Paulo. 1957, he scored 17 goals. 1958, 58 goals. 1959, 49 goals. 1960, 33 goals. 1961, 47 goals. 1963, 22 goals. 1964, 34 goals. 1965, 45 goals. 1969, 26 goals. And 1973, 11 goals. He won the Brazilian Cup in 1961, 62, 63, 64, 65, and 68. And in 1977, he won the North American Soccer League.
Our work here is done, and
Pele won 92 caps for Brazil. He got his first cap 7th July 1957, where Brazil lost to Argentina 2-1. His last cap for Brazil was 18th July 1971 in Brazil's 2-2 draw with Yugoslavia. That was the then Yugoslavia. Scoring a total of 77 goals. He was a Copa America finalist with his country in 1959.
as a ceiling.
Pele was named Athlete of the Century by the International Olympic Committee in 1999. He is a FIFA Player of the Century.
And here
He got an honorary Ballon d'Or winner in 2014.
rippling by.
Pele is the only player to win 3 World Cup in 1958, in 1962, and in 1970.
As an altar of flowers.
He is the youngest goal scorer in the World Cup final and the youngest World Cup winner at the age of 17 in 1958. Pele had 1,281 career goals in 1,363 matches, according to FIFA. Pele visited Nigeria in January 1969 during the conflict between Nigeria and Biafra, according to his Brazilian club Santos, to play friendlies with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, which we know then as the Green Eagles. The warring side, Nigeria and the then Biafra, decided to suspend hostilities for 48 hours so that they could watch the friendly match. The first played in Lagos and in Benin City. According to Sports Brief, Santos had pulled out of the Copa Libertadores, which happens to be the South American version of the Champions League, and they began a world tour.
The lighthouse.
The Brazilian team arrived Nigeria 26th of January, right in the middle of the war, and ready to play against the Green Eagles in Lagos. Nigeria played a 2-2 draw with Santos, and as expected, Pele scored both goals. The Brazilian club Santos also traveled to the then Bendel State, Benin City, and played another exhibition against the Nigerian team. Now, according to Santos' official website, the then state military governor, Samuel Ogbemudia, declared a public holiday and opened up the bridge that connected Benin City and Biafra. Now, according to reports, about 25,000 fans trooped into the stadium to watch the historic match between Pele-led team have a 2-1 win over the Green Eagles of Nigeria. On April 26, 1978, Pele returned to Nigeria to honor a friendly with another Brazilian team, Fluminense, where he played only for 45 minutes against Raqqa Rovers at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna. He was decorated with the traditional attire of Babanriga and Zana Kappa by the governor of Plateau State, Air Commodore Dan Suleiman.
The night watch for you.
Now, his grace, athleticism, and mesmerizing moves transfixed players and fans. He orchestrated a fast, fluid style, a samba-like flair, and personified his country's legacy on the field.
'Tis almost gone.
He carried Brazil to soccer heights and became a global ambassador for his sport in a journey that began on the street of Sao Paulo State, where he would kick a sock stuffed with a newspaper or rag.
My hand, lead me on.
In the conversation about soccer greatest player, only the late Diego Armando Maradona, Lionel Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo are mentioned alongside Pele.
Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home.
Okay, tribute has been coming in for this great man. Yes, France star Kylian Mbappe said Pele's legacy will never be forgotten after the Brazilian legend died at the age of 82. Mbappe received a message of congratulations from Pele when he played in his first World Cup in 2018. He tweeted, "The king of football has left us, but his legacy will never be forgotten. R.I.P. King."
Precious Lord.
According to Brazil and Paris Saint-Germain superstar Neymar, Pele transformed football into an art in a tribute to his country's greatest sporting icon. Before Pele, 10 was just a number. The heir to Pele, famed jersey number wrote on, Instagram alongside 2 pictures of himself with the late legend. But the beautiful sentence is incomplete. I would say that before Pele, football was just a sport. He transformed football into an art, into entertainment. Football and Brazil gained status thanks to the king. He has gone, but his magic will remain. Pele is eternal.
Feel at home in this world anymore.
On his part, Argentina's World Cup winning captain Lionel Messi bid farewell to the Brazilian hero on Instagram Thursday, posting photos of him and the king taken in happier times. Rest in peace, Pele, Messi wrote after the announcement that Pele had died in the hospital at the age of 82 after a fight with cancer.
And I don't expect.
Similarly, Cristiano Ronaldo hailed Pele as a source of inspiration for so many millions. He is a reference yesterday, today, and forever. The love you always showed me was reciprocated in every moment we shared, even from distance. Ronaldo wrote on Instagram after the Brazilian legend passed away at the age of 82.
The angel.
Ronaldo also added, he will never be forgotten and his memory will live forever in each and every one of us football lovers. Rest in peace, King Pele.
Just
The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, and the Confederation of African Football, CAF, took to their social media to express their sadness over the football icon demise. We express our sorrow following the sad passing of football icon and Brazilian great. We mourn his demise with the rest of the football family worldwide and the Brazilian football family in particular. May his soul rest in peace, the NFF wrote on their official Twitter handle. CAF also tweeted, the football world mourns one of the greatest icons of all time. Our thoughts and condolences go to the Pele's family and friends from CAF. The greatest of all time, a former England World Cup winner, Jeff Hurst, hailed Pele the greatest of all time. Hurst played Pele in the World Cup in 1970. Brazil winning group stage match between the two countries ended 1-0 and rated the forward as the best he ever faced. Now Hurst tweeted, I have so many memories of Pele, without doubt, the best footballer I have ever played against.
From the fold.
For more, Pele remains the greatest of all time, and I was proud to be on the pitch with him. R.I.P. Pele, and thank you. Hurst's record as the only man to score a World Cup final hat-trick in England's 4-2 victory against West Germany in 1966, only for Kylian Mbappe to equal that record in Qatar against Argentina.
Green pasture.
Football unites. Football bring peace. Tribute to Edison Arantes do Nascimento, Pele.
Green pasture.